The rain doesn't fall, it sighs tonight. A quiet ghost beneath the neon light. My shadow bends across the street, dressed in silence, sharp and discreet. Every step feels like a vow undone, the kind that fades when the whiskey's gone. I see her name in cigarette flame, a whisper of perfume, soft and tame. There's a kind of grace in losing slow. The darker the truth, the brighter it glows. Velvet smoke in the shape of a name. I breathe a ghost, it burns the same. Every lie told was laced with gold. Every touch we shared now feels so cold. Velvet smoke, wrap me in disguise. I'll wear the night to hide my eyes. She loved like thunder, soft but wide, the kind of storm you let inside. Her laughter danced in a glass of gin, while the truth crept quietly beneath my skin. She'd say, love me once, but never again. And I'd nod like a fool, can't pretend. My suit still smells of her last goodbye. I button it up and I don't ask why. The world outside keeps spinning blind, but I live in the slow lane of my mind. There's music in regret if you listen long, a rhythm built for the broken and strong. The record turns, the candle bleeds. I drink to ghosts and dying creeds. Every chord a confession, every pause a prayer. I sing to no one, but she's still there. There's smoke twist around my chest. I breathe you in and call it rest. Every scar feels like your kiss. Every silence tastes like bliss. Velvet smoke, won't you stay a while? Let me fade with a trace of style. The piano moans beneath my hand, each note a city, each sigh a strand. I pour another shot for the man I was, and nod to the mirror that never applauded. I tell myself she's just a song, but the melody keeps proving me wrong. The lighter clicks, another verse, another curse, another hearse. Maybe the blues ain't just a sound, it's the echo left when no one's around. Maybe the truth ain't black or white, it's velvet smoke in fading light. I walk past bars that hum her tune, past lonely men and silver moons. Every door whispers, stay old friend, but I keep walking, there's no end. The city hums in a lover's key, and every shadow looks like me. If love's a sin, I'll serve my time in rhythm, whiskey and rhyme. She left me style, she left me gray, but took my warmth and left her trace. Now I dance alone in three-piece pain. A silent gentleman in midnight rain, velvet smoke in the shape of her name. I breathe her ghost, it burns the same. Every lie told was carved in stone. Every truth I kept, I faced alone. Velvet smoke, you're all I own. My shadow, my crown, my aching throne. So here's to the nights that never sleep, to the secrets I promised I'd keep, to the slow blues and the hearts they mend, to the stories that never find their end. Velvet smoke, you curl and fade like love in a suit that time remade. Gentlemen don't cry, we just let it rain. In velvet smoke, I hide my pain.
Another night, same whiskey glass, same thoughts I swore I'd outlast. There's a stain on the table, ring by time, a ghost of all the nights I crossed the line. Bottle half empty, but it speaks like truth. Every drop of memory I can't undo. The jukebox hums that same old tune, whispers of promises gone too soon. I stare through smoke into the past, every sip slower than the last. You can't wash pain with liquor's fire, but it burns enough to fade desire. The mirror knows it never lies. It's seen too many silent goodbyes. The clock ticks softer when you're alone, each second carving out your bones. Whiskey and regret, my two old friends, made me nightly till the darkness ends. We drink to peace we never find, we toast to ghosts left far behind. If sorrow had a melody, I'd hum along. If guilt was mercy, I'd right the wrong. But whiskey and regret don't ever heal, they just teach you how to feel. There's a photo curling near the flame, her eyes still whisper my old name. I've changed the locks, but not the sound of her footsteps echoing all around. She said I loved the night too much, that I mistook silence for a crutch. Maybe she's right, I still chase pain like thunder craving the rain. The city sleeps, but I stay awake, counting debts I'll never make. Every truth I bury deep still crawls into my dream, won't sleep. Funny how the things you run from always find a seat beside you. You can pour another glass, but the past still drinks with you. There's a rhythm in guilt, slowing me, like footsteps fading down an old street scene. The rain outside begins to pound, each drop a word I never found. If life's a deal, I lost the bet to whiskey and regret. Still I smile slow and thin, pretend I never let her in. The room tilts, but I stay still. My heart long broke, but drinks refill. It's strange how peace can hurt, how the quiet feels like dirt. Whiskey and regret, come pour me slow. Tell me stories only liars know, of better men who walked away, of brighter nights turned shades of gray. If forgiveness wore a scent, it smelled like smoke and discontent. But I'm too proud, too gone, too late to bargain now with fate. They say time heals all, but time just watches you drown and never pulls you out. Morning creeps through cigarette haze, light too soft for broken ways. The bottle's empty, but the pain still speaks in the tremble of my hands, the weight of weeks. Outside the world begins again, but I'm still trapped where I've always been. A man in a suit, tie undone, counting battles that were never won. If love's a war, I lost with grace. No medals, just an empty space. They're the kind you fill with faded tunes and whiskey in the afternoons. Whiskey and regret, it's closing time. We've danced enough in this rhyme. I'll raise one glass for what I've done, for every life, for every run. You can't outdrink what you are, you just learn to hide the scar. And so I sit, still polite, a gentleman in dying light. In the end, we're all just half full glasses, waiting for another pour.
Every thorn has a name, every bloom has a price. I water my wounds with whiskey and ice. Steel in my veins, glass in my hand. I built this empire from dust and sand. Promises forged where shadows lie. Kings don't weep, they learn to deny. Every friend became a rival's ghost. Every victory came at a higher cost. The skyline hums my quiet fame, but every light spells someone's name. The city sleeps beneath my roof, yet silence teaches what power can't school. I walk these halls with polished pride. Iron roses blooming where I once died. Gold fades fast, but scars remain. Strength is born from silent pain. Iron roses in my chest, bloom from fire, bloom from test. Every thorn a vow, I keep it every petal a secret deep. I don't bend, I don't forgive, I just breathe and I live. Iron roses, cold and true, grow from ashes I once knew. She left behind her soft perfume. Now only smoke fills the room. Said she loved the man I was before ambition rewrote the laws. Her voice still hums in empty glass, a whisper from a fragile past. But love and power never blend. One once break for the other to mend. I learned to dance with solitude's grace, to wear heartbreak like a poker face. You can own the night, but you can steer. You can't lose what you don't let near. They called it pride, I called it peace. Every crown must come with a release. You either bleed for gold or fade for truth. Either way, it costs you youth. I've shaken hands with the men I fear, watched loyalty vanish just as I steered. Money's loud, but silence is power. I learned that truth in my darkest hour. The mirror doesn't lie, it bargains instead. Shows what you lost, not what you led. The weight of victory's a quiet chain, made from guilt, steel and strain. Each scar a sentence, each breath a toll. But I walk tall, control my soul. Iron roses never wilt in pain. They thrive beneath the acid rain. Iron roses in my chest grow where the weak confess. Every bloom a frozen prayer, every thorn a wordless stare. Strength in silence, beauty in scars. We rise, we burn like dying stars. Iron roses, never free. Bloom for pride, not memory. Some say revenge smells like smoke and gold, but it's colder than both, sharp control. You don't win in this world, you endure. And if you can smile through pain, that's pure. The city glows beneath my reign, but all thrones come with veins of pain. I watch from windows high and still, a silent king with an iron will. The ghosts still whisper in marble halls. Their shadows flicker across my walls. I light a match, let memory fade. I build my name, paid and paid. No applause, no crowd, no cheers, just echo soft from forgotten years. But pride, my dear, is a deadly art. It burns slow, straight through the heart. Iron roses in my chest. Rest in silence, rest in rest. Every thorn a truth I hid, every bloom a thing I did. Iron roses bloom once more on the path I walked before. No forgiveness, no regret, just lessons I won't forget. If you ever see a man dressed in black, walking alone, never looking back, don't pity him, don't call his name. he's just water in his iron flame.
One last drag, one last lie, crimson smoke beneath the sky.
The room hums low with whispers and sin. A dim jazz light flickers from within. Her perfume lingers where the shadows crawl. Velvet voice, soft and small, I see her reflection in the whiskey glass. A ghost of grace, a spell that won't pass. She smiles like danger wrapped in lace. Every blink a promise I can't erase. The ashtrays full of midnight thoughts, half-spoken truths and battles fought. Every drag paints memories red, every puff a word unsaid. The clock ticks slow, the world turns gray. She moves like smoke, I fade away. Crimson cigarette, burn slow tonight. Tell me lies in the flickered light. Breathe me in, then let me fade. We're both ghosts in the love we made. Crimson flame, soft and wet. Kiss me once, then don't forget. Every breath, every sin, every bet ends in smoke and a crimson cigarette. She leans close, the air grows thick. Words like honey, eyes like a trick. Her voice slow bourbon in disguise. She feeds me stories with silent sighs. A secret deal, a name, a price. The kind of sin you pay for twice. The jukebox hums an old regret, a melody I can't forget. Her lips leave marks, her hands leave heat. Every touch a vow, bittersweet. The city outside hums soft and low, but in this room time refuses to go. Some loves don't end, they fade, like smoke rising where words were made. You don't bury ghosts, you drink with them. I see my reflection in a darkened eyes. A man rebuilt from alibis. The ties undone, my soul's undressed. Her silence cuts cleaner than the rest. I tell her story she'll never recall. She laughs like thunder before the fall. Every secret I kept, I burned tonight in the glow of her cigarette light. The world outside forgets my name. Inside this haze we're both the same. Two broken souls dressed in pride, running from the pain we hide. Crimson cigarette, burn slow tonight. Whisper sins in the dying light. Every breath is a fragile lie. Every spark a goodbye in disguise. Crimson flame, smoke and sweat. We dance in ruin without regret. Your kiss burns deeper than the thread of dawn and its cruel silhouette. Crimson cigarette, oh fade from me. Leave your sin in my memory. Every ember story, yet every sigh a crimson death. You ever notice how smoke dances slow? Like it knows it's dying, but still puts on a show. That's how we love. We burn, we glow, and fade in silence
grows heavy, the bar grows thin. Only ghosts and drifters left within. Her coat drapes soft on the empty chair. The scent of sin still lingers there. I finish my drink, no toast, no prayer, just a sigh into the smoky air. Outside the door, the city hums a rhythmless tune where silence drums. I walk alone beneath the rain. Footsteps echo my old refrain. Every puddle reflects her flame. Every drop whispers her name. Crimson cigarette burn slow, my friend. Every story deserves an end. Leave your mark on lips I met. Etch your name where souls forget. Crimson ash, soft and wet. Fade away, don't regret. The night remembers, I won't forget. The ghost, the flame, the crimson cigarette. She left her lighter engraved in chrome, and that's how I knew she'd never go home.
Faded ashes fall when pride burns slow, but silver never rusts, you know. There's a photo on the wall with my faded grin, a ghost in a frame where I used to win. Whiskey breath and a tie undone. I toast the days when I was someone. I had gold in my pocket, smoke in my soul. Every lie I told felt control. Now I walk in shoes that whisper my name, down streets that echo with old acclaim. I learned too late, the higher the climb, the colder the wind, the slower the time. Silver ash falls soft on me, burn my past, but let me see. Every ember hums my sin, a quiet storm beneath my skin. Silver ash, I wear your mark, a crown that glows in the dark. She wore diamonds but cried like rain. Her beauty was mercy dressed in pain. Said you'll never love me, you love control, and kissed my scars and called me whole. I sold my name for one more night, my fame for a flicker of neon light. Every promise cracked beneath the strain. I fed on guilt like vintage champagne. There's elegance in ruin if you stand just right. Even kings bleed silver in the moonlight. I remember the stage, the velvet cheers, the crowd's applause, the jealous peers. They called me legend, I called it a lie. Every word of praise, another goodbye. Now I sit by a window of smoke-stained glass, watching my future fade like glass. Every reflection's a price I paid, every glance a deal I made. Silver ash falls soft on me, burn my past, but set me free. Every ember sings her name, every flame rewrites my shame. Silver ash, don't fade too fast. You're the only truth that'll last. I walk through whispers, dressed in suits, a ghost in leather and polished boots. The bartender nods, the lights grow low. He pours my silence slow and slow. There's poetry in the way it burns, and how the lost man never learns. 100 faces, I wore them all, just to prove I could never fall. I've learned that smoke tells better tales than words carved deep or hearts that fail. You can lose it all, but keep your tone. Walk like a king, even when alone. I saw her once by the riverside, her eyes like silver, her steps like pride. She didn't speak, just smiled through glass, like a dream that refused to pass. I almost called, but ghosts don't plead, they just fade slow and let hearts bleed. Silver ash falls soft on me, cover my soul in a mystery. Every burn, every loss, every scar led me here to who we are. Silver ash, I'll fade tonight, but I'll fade dressed in black and white. Let the world forget my name, let the lights go out the same. For in the quiet after fame's crash, I find peace in silver ash. Silver ash.
He walks through shadow, leaving none behind. He's the kind that never knocks twice, every move measured, cold as dice. Silver cufflinks, a stare like frost, every word weighed, every secret lost. You won't know him, but you'll feel his gaze, a ghost of class in the city's haze. He speaks in riddles, slow and clean, dressed in gray, not dark, not seen. They say he deals in quiet trades, where debts are deep and loyalty fades. He smiles like truth is just a myth, a man too sharp to ever drift. No name, no face, no sound of pain.
walks through thunder calm as rain. He's the man in the gray suit, walking slow through alleys where the lost souls go. No past to claim, no heart to prove. He lives where shadows dare not move. Every secret safe in his stride, every sin polished, justified. He's not cruel, he's just immune, a gentleman beneath a silver moon. He lights a smoke but never inhales. He's heard the truth in too many tales. Whiskey sits untouched, half full, his silence louder than any pull. He loves no one, but he remembers all. Every betrayal, every fall. He keeps his ghost in a tailored sleeve, and never mourns the ones who leave. They call him a phantom, but he's just disciplined pain. The art of looking perfect while bleeding in the rain. Once they say he had a flame, a woman with fire and no name. She saw through him, smiled slow, said you're not lost, you just won't show. He let her go, not out of hate, but because time is just another way. Now every night in mirrored halls, her perfume lingers, then it falls. He still sees her in windows dim, reflected versions of what could have been. But the gray suit hides it stitched so fine, you never see the fault line. He's the man in the gray suit, midnight bound, walks like music without a sound. Every step a secret vow, every look a question, never now. He moves through time, a perfect frame, neither saint nor man of shame. He lives in half-truths, velvet lies, the world reflected in his eyes. People mistake silence for peace, but silence is just restraint, a war held within a polite smile. Fades away, leaving whispers where shadows stay. No footprints mark the marble floor, no memory opens his hidden door. You might see him in passing light, a shadow blending into night. He'll tip his hat, but not his heart, and vanish before you can start. There's something noble in his sin, a soft rebellion wrapped in skin. He plays no games, he writes no oaths, he just exists between the bows. He's the man in the gray suit, calm and still, holding storms behind his will. Every scar a work of art, every silence just a beating heart. He's not alive, he's just aware of every truth too sharp to share. So if you meet him, just salute the man in gray, the last pursuit.